So welcome to Live with Prima, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. We just got done with Memorial Day weekend here in the States, so it was like 3 days off and lots of fun. So I am going to be teaching the Insta-Scrap album today. So this is the really cute album, and it has a really fun chalkboard effect. No, it has the brand new label on that you can take off, obviously. I just love the graphics on here. I think our art department did a fabulous job. This is what the album looks like. It does come with inside pages. Really cool diagonal stripe. I love that. And you can buy additional insets to fill this album up. So that's what we're going to be working on, is the inside of the album. So let me go ahead and tell you the number on that, and then we'll set it aside. It's 971205. Okay, let me just show you that up close. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have a ton of stuff bringing up because my table is not big enough. But okay, someone just asked me about the necklace. I did not make it, and if you guys are really nice, I'm gonna share where I got it, because it's one of my favorite places to shop for bargains. And we're all about bargains, right? So, let me just show you real quick the insert pages. Now, there's a glare, I know. This whole line is fabulous. Buy everything in the line, and then you're going to have enough to make tons and tons of pages. And it's just so fun. You just slip stuff into these. So the refill plastic sheets come with 10 pieces, and they have different page configurations. There's 4 different designs in there, and they're going to fit all of your social media. And the number on that is 971212. So if you need anything repeated, Carrie will text me, and I'll try to keep up with you guys. I know you're just full of questions. I hope I can answer them. So, Bargain Hunter necklace. Jane.com, and let me just type that in real quickly for you. And if you go and buy all the nice stuff now and I don't get to it, I know who I'm gonna blame. But they have a lot of small boutique home businesses, and they have different offers every day that expire, and they sell out pretty quickly if they're really popular. They go up at midnight, and they're just a blast. And I got this in December, and I've seen them back on there once or twice since then, and I can't remember, but it was under $7 for the necklace, and then the shipping was like $3.99, and I got 2 of them. So I also got a red one. I'm gonna save that for the 4th of July. And if you don't want to shop online, Target has some with 5 flowers, and they're like $16.99 there. All right, back to Insta-Scrap. Carrie, I knew it. What did you know, Carrie? She knows where I shop. She probably got it out of me once on a trip. But anyway, Jane.com, it's a really fun site, and it supports a lot of small businesses and stay-at-home moms. You'll find a lot of Etsy shop people on there selling customized things. Okay, all right, so back onto the Insta-Scrap. Let's start with, I have my iPhone. Everybody has a smartphone. If you don't, it's okay. You can still use this album, and that's what's so cool about it. It has page configurations for every size that's popular on social media. Okay, I'm trying not to get the glare on there. 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 3x4. Did I catch them all? I think, and Instax sizes. Okay, and you can either use your pictures from your camera, or you can print out pictures on your computer and use those as well. And I'll share a little bit of both, but we're going to focus mainly with your smartphones because we take so many pictures with them. The Instax camera is really fun. It has a cute retro design, and this one I actually bought for my granddaughter Anne Mariah. And they come in a bunch of different colors. So who all owns an Instax camera? Anybody? They are the cutest cameras. I bought a yellow one for my daughter's wedding, and we took pictures of every guest, and they wrote a little message on them and hung them up like on a outside clothesline. And then I bought this one for my granddaughter, so I don't actually own one. And this one I actually got on Zulily.com, and that's, again, is one of those specials they put up for a day or two and then it's gone. But they have these all over. You can get them on Amazon. What's that store, Carrie, that you got it at? Outfitters. Urban Outfitters has them. And there's lots of different places. So we're going to show you the Instax first. And there is a configuration sheet for Instax photos. So let me I got to go off camera 1 second and grab somebody. And this is a special guest we have today, okay? Hang on. Okay, we're ready for you. All right, are you guys ready? They're coming up right now. It might get a little noisy, but this is really fun. I hope you guys have fun too. So while we're waiting, welcome everybody. Let us know if it's your first time to Live with Prima. Come on in. We got the whole Live with Prima group here, and they want to meet you. So I have my granddaughters and my oldest daughter with us today. Say hi. Okay, hi. The camera's right there. Say hi. Can you wave at the camera? What's your name?
Mariah.
And Mariah. And what's your name? This is Madeline. Oh. And Mariah, how old are you?
Can you wave? 4.
4. And how old's your sissy?
10.
10. 11 months. And how old's your mama? Don't tell, because that will make me feel really old. Okay, so what we're going to do, aren't they the cutest things ever? Hi. I take tons of pictures on my iPhone of these two girls because you grab your cameras really quickly, right? And your phone, because it's always near you. And that's why a lot of pictures of these two little munchkins are on my phone, right? Why do you have Band-Aids on your arm? Can you tell them?
I don't know.
What happened today?
I had to go to the doctor and get shots.
How many shots?
4.
4 shots.
No, 3. 3.
No, 4 plus you got your finger picked. So it's 5, right? We'll work on math later. Okay, I'm going to set Mariah down and pick Madeline. Come to Nana. Look! Look at this camera! Right here! Look! Say hi! Hi! Right there! Say hi! Uh-oh, she kicked the camera over. Say hi! Okay, she talks, but she's not going to right now. So what we're going to do, I did have a point for this, is we're going to take a picture with the Instax camera.
I'm going to take a picture.
Okay, it's so easy, and Mariah can do it. Okay, let's get you up on here. All right. And then you're going to...
Oh, boy.
All right, he's on my work table, sitting on the keyboard. So all we did was put the Instax camera on, and I taught her how to look through it. Okay, let's get you in camera here. Beth, can you scoot her over a little towards me? There you go. Show the ladies the camera. Can you?
Lift it up so they can see it.
Show them how you put your eye up and look through it. There you go. Okay. And you know what button to push? Right here. Okay, now you're going to take a picture of Madeline and Nana.
Turn to Nana.
Okay.
And Nana.
Oh, are we too close? We'll back up a little bit. Go ahead, take a picture.
Look through the viewfinder. There you go. And then you're going to press that button on the front.
Right there. Oh, she lost.
Want Mama to help you? Want Mama to help you?
Right here. Okay, look.
Ready? Can you press the button? Okay, go ahead right now.
All right, and here the picture's going to come out the top. Here, can you take her again? And look at that. Can you show them the picture?
It's not ready. See?
So what do you got to do to get it ready? She shakes it. Woo!
No, not
Okay.
like that.
Not like that? Okay, so even a 4-year-old can use this camera. All right, you guys they're going to go bye-bye now, and then I'll finish the class, okay? All right, thank you for coming. Oh, and this is my daughter, Bethany. She's my oldest, right? Don't you have anything fun to say?
Nope.
Nope? Okay. Anyway, say bye-bye.
Can you say bye-bye?
Say bye to the ladies.
Say bye-bye.
Hello.
She doesn't know who she's
that like
looking at.
Rima.
Can you wave?
And they're here to watch the class. Is that fun?
Yeah?
Do you scrapbook?
Yeah.
You love, what's your favorite thing? The Julie Nutting dolls? The
Yeah.
stamps?
Yep.
Yes, she loves those. And the Bloom Girls. Okay, thank you for the picture. Oh, look at that. It's developing right now. And you guys are going to go bye-bye? Okay?
Say bye.
You can't take it because I need it for my class. We'll take
We'll
more
take another
pictures
one
later,
later.
okay?
Bye.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was crazy.
Bye.
Are you guys doing okay? I know that was a big hassle, but I thought it would be really fun to show you that even a 4-year-old can do that. So, all she did was turn it on, snap it, and the Instax size picture it's really cute. It's like a little Polaroid. And what they do is they slide, I'm just going to go ahead and slide this in here. They slide in this one sheet. Oh, and I know there's a glare, it's plastic, so sorry about that. So that's really fun. You can take your Instax photos and slide them all in here. How cute is that? Okay, so that's the first step for the Instax. So what else are we going to do? Let me go ahead and just scroll this camera down. And we're going to go ahead and work with some other things. Do you guys have any questions on that? The Instax does use film. It's just like a Polaroid. You buy the film, you put it in, you get, I forget how many shots you get. It's not super cheap to use that, but it's a really fun kind of toy to play with. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try and walk through these pages that I did and kind of give you tips and techniques on using Insta-Scrap. And then we're going to go right onto my phone and I'm going to show you how to put like a collage together and edit the photo, and then we're going to print straight from my phone onto my little printer that I have. So, is everybody with me? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up all of our Insta-Scrap products. So we have overlays. These are some of my favorite. Transparencies that go over the photo. Absolutely fun. Item number 971229. There are 36 in there, and they're different sizes, of course, to fit the pockets. We also have these really cute stickers. They have bubble stickers, and they have 2 sheets of vellum stickers. They look like, the vellum stickers look like rub-ons without all that work. So there are lots of different themes. Holiday, celebration, and they're just really cute, and there's a lot of product in here. So 3 sheets in every single pack of these stickers, and there's 6 different sets. We also have 2x2 ATC cards, 3x4 cards. Carrie, let me know if I'm going too fast, okay? I just know I got a lot to teach, so I'm probably not going to read off all the numbers. 4x4 cards. Oh my gosh, there's so many in here that you just pull them out and stick them in the pockets. We also have frames. These are 3x4, and the centers punch out depending on the size of the picture that you want to use. So that's really fun. And then we have 4x4 frames, and I've already opened these, but again, the centers punch out, So those are really fun too. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead, I showed you all the products, so we're going to go ahead and go through some of the techniques. So the first page configuration uses 3x3, 4x4, 3x4, and 2x2. Now, if you use Instagram at all, you know those pictures are always square. And square is getting to be really popular as a photo size again. And I say again because way back when, square photos were really popular. Like, I'm guessing in the 60s. Am I right? Because I remember my parents had square photos, and I have a photo album from them, and it's all square. And then we switched to the 3:2 format where they were wider on one side. So anyways, this Insta-Scrap album is going to work with all of the brand new trendy social media as well as the really old vintage photos, which are really cool. All right, so what I did for this one, and another tip is you can print out your pictures the exact size, or you can just use some others and crop them down and put them on cards. So this album really lets you play with whatever size photos you have. If you are printing your own photos from home, you have a little bit of space left on your sheet of paper, you can add another picture or two and just save it for your album. So on this one, I used a vellum sticker here. This has one of our overlays as well as one of those 3x4 frames. Let me just pull this one out because I want to show you how easy it is to just layer them. Now I have already done two sides to this, so there's multiple layers. That's the back side. So on this one, I just took a photo, one of the 3x4 frames, punched out the center. I added an overlay, and then I just slid it in the pocket. That is how simple and fast they are. The longest time to doing this really is picking out your photos and getting them printed. And once they're printed, you're just going to slide everything in here. On this one, I have an overlay, and that's the back side, so we'll ignore that one. This is just a 3x4 card that I pulled out of the pad, and I glued a photo to it. Super easy. Layer it on there, and then just slide it into the pocket. We'll get that back in there real quickly. Any questions on this right now? This is a 4x4 card with a photo, and you know, I love date stamps, so it's with the frames and cards, it's really fun to just add your little sayings and your date stamps on there. And then I actually put the puffy sticker on top of the clear plastic sheet. Here's another. These are all 2x2, and you'll see some of the embellishments like our typewriter clips. Oh my gosh, I love that. And the bloom line matches the Insta-Scrap line really, really well. And then I have some crocheted icons, which I think are really fun. So I'm going to flip this page over. Now on this side, I did some 2x2 pictures, and I'll show you how to get those printed out, as well as a 4x4 that I trimmed down a little bit because I wanted a bit of the yellow border to show. And I used a corner rounder on there. You guys own those, right? I just used the one that Becky Higgins has, but every craft store has a corner rounder. Any questions? This one is a 3x4 card from that pad again, and it has a journaling area, and I stuck one of the puffy stickers on there. And then you can see the rest. And what is really cool is, like, on the back of this typewriter key, it's just plain, so I glued a little flower on there. And I love the typewriter keys because when I put this page in the album, these are going to stick out a little bit and make it easy to flip. So you can add them here and here and then flip your pages. So all the papers that I showed you, let me grab a couple right now. The 4x4 fit perfectly in that slot, as well as the 4x4 ATC cards. So the frames and the cards. The 3x4 are going to fit, let me just rip one out for you. They're going to fit perfectly like that. We also have the 3x4 frames, which fit perfectly in the horizontal, and you can punch these inside pieces out so you get multiple frames in just one. So you have the frame, and then you get a little tiny card, which you could totally layer that, and then there's another frame. Whoops, if I go off camera, let me know. I get working and I back up too far. And that fits really well right there. Okay, so all the cards I showed you are pre-cut and pre-sized for this album. All right, let me know if you have any questions on that, because the whole point is no cutting. You just pull them out and slide them in. We want this to be really easy, and the point is to scrap really quickly. All right, so I'm going to just show you. That is that page configuration with the 2 pockets up here, 2 down there, and then 3 on the side. And that's just a really fun, easy way to do it. And these pictures are all from April. I went to Paris and was teaching. My husband and my daughter came. It was her first trip, so it was really fun. And I just want to get all these pictures scrapped. Most of these pictures were from my iPhone. All right. So that's that page configuration. The next one is a little bit different. Let's move that camera up just a little bit. How are we doing? Okay. Yeah, I do have selfies and I'm getting really good at taking those. It's the only way I'm going to get in pictures half the time because my husband doesn't even carry a camera. So the whole trip I have my iPhone and my big camera and I'm shooting all the pictures. So the only pictures I'm in are the ones I took, and I flipped the camera around, of course, and got those selfie pictures. Okay, so someone wants to know the size of the album. The actual album is 9x12. But the inside pictures or pages are going to be smaller than that. Let me just see real quickly what size they are. You know, I'm going to measure them because it doesn't say. So the outside is 9x12. And the inside, with the little extended part to flip it in your book, are 10.5 by 7.5. So it's really a nice size, to tell you the truth. It's not too small that you can only get 2 pictures on each page, but it's not too big like a 12x12, so it doesn't seem overwhelming. I really like it. It's really a fun size. So this page is a little bit different. I used different embellishments, a little bit more advanced in involved. So of course you can just flip your cards and your photos and your overlays and stickers and be done. But if you like to go a little bit further and do some custom touches and spend a little bit more time, this album works for that as well. So what I did is I have some pictures. This is a 3x4, and I actually want to pull this out because I want to show you some of the embellishments that we make that are perfect for the Insta-Scrap album. And maybe you can see up there I have a little clip from the cartographer line, and it has a couple French words in there, and that one says amour. So they just fit really well with the theme I was working on. So a simple picture with a clip, stick that in there, and I glued a little flower on the outside. Now this one is a picture I took and then I edited it, and I'm going to show you that app and everything. And this was a picture I just put up on Instagram when I was over in Paris. And I love how you can if you save those to your camera roll, you can then just print them out so easily. So it's really fun. It looks like I did an overlay and all kinds of stickers, but it isn't. It's just a simple picture. And then 2x2 cards again. Our crocheted icons, a flower, and this one I just stamped a bunch of stuff on. And then this one is a doily, and I'm going to show you that because this is our new doily die. Part of an overlay, and then this is the really cool, I just think this is so fun. We make these wood cards, right? And I have used these before on shows. And what I did is I framed it so it fit perfectly in that pocket, and then I wrote on it after I had the frame so that I wouldn't write too far. Isn't that cool? Let me just show you some of those cards real quickly. They come like this. So there are wood ATCs, and they're so cute. You know what? I just left it plain, but you could totally color these to match your color scheme with markers or color bloom sprays or our chalk edgers. So that's all I did. I slid this in, put a frame on it, and wrote on it with a black journaling pen. It was really simple. Okay, so I'm going to slide this back in because there's another side. Hopefully I can get that back in perfectly like it was before. And then we're going to move up here to this doily. Does anyone want to see how this is done? So we have our brand new dies, and they are so cool. I know, I'm packing a ton in, and I need to get to the editing. I just wanted to show you some the pages I did and how fun they are to like go from easy to advanced if you want to do it. Okay, so let me go ahead and just move this page. I have the Sizzix Big Shot here. Let me just get that on camera. Okay, now it has the platform, and of course this is my main thing with dies. Every die from every manufacturer is going to be a little bit different, so you got to figure out how much thickness you need to make it cut clean. That's the trick. Once you get that, you are good to go. So I have the multi-purpose platform. I have a cutting sheet, and then I'm using the B plate. This is actually from my Cuttlebug, but I interuse them and swap them out all the time. So this is a cutting pad, and you know what? It's a little warped, and that also can affect how it cuts. So what I'm going to do is grab all of our dies. These are so cool. We have 6 different styles, right? Yeah, 6. Look at these leaves. Okay, I'm trying not to move too much if the buffering's not really good. That one was 572815. And then we have 3 doilies. And this is the one I used in the album. And that one is 572808. Then we have small flowers. And look at all those little details. You are going to love those details. They just add a lace-like effect. Some flowers and another set of leaves. Oh my gosh, you could just throw all these leaves on and cut leaves all day long. They're just so fun. Okay, I'm going to use the rose doily die. I told you I have a lot to get through today. Is it crazy? Okay, so we have our doily die, and you can cut a ton of different surfaces with the intricate dies. And it is intricate, so the thicker you get, the harder it is to get all those little tiny details. So keep that in mind. These are some of my favorite things to cut. The vellum, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Is that fun? That's the clear vellum, and you can get these sheets. I sell them at Hobby Lobby. The gold, the clear, and the frosted vellum. You get 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I think there's 10 in a pack for a couple dollars. This is the gold, and it's very pretty. It has a soft glimmer, and that's what I used in the pocket already. And then I have just computer paper. Just really thin white computer paper. That's probably my favorite paper to use because it's really inexpensive, it's very thin, and it gives a more doily-like appearance. That's what I think. And this one was cut out from the computer copy paper. Okay, so lots of different ideas for cutting out, and again, you can get the vellum at Hobby Lobby is where I found it. I'm sure any craft store has it. So what I'm going to do is get my Sizzix ready. Oh, I already have one in here. I forgot, I ran it through right before the class because I came up with a new idea. Okay, where did I put my little poker? It helps to have like a little tool or a pin to poke these extra holes and get them out. So I did, here we go. So this is kind of cool. I picked up a magazine when I was in Paris, and what I did is I pulled a sheet out from it. So it's kind of glossy and it's very thin. And it has some French words, and I ran it through the die and I was like, oh, I hope this works, because wouldn't that be fun to kind of take something from your trip and then make a little embellishment with it? So I'm not sure how well the French words show up, but I just thought this was so cool. And I'm going to cut this one right here. It was a photo with text below it. So I'm going to get 2 different pieces out of it for my album. So let's go ahead and take another piece out of the book. This is actually the piece I used. I know it does not look all that fancy and stuff, but let's go ahead and maybe cut right here. So I'm going to set my die on there. I want to make sure I get a lot of French words. And let's just go ahead and trim around it. Any questions on this? I feel like I'm yapping away. I'm trying to catch a little bit of the screen once in a while. I like to put my die right side up, so the cutting side's up, or is that upside down? Whichever. And then I'm going to put my other sheet on top of it. Now, my sheet is warped, and like I said, you can figure out how your machine works best and your cutting pads work best, and then run your die through and fix what needs to be fixed. I know that it's warped, and right here it doesn't cut as well. So what I did is I threw a little bit of Scotch tape on there, and there's a little piece of paper too, which happened to be stuck to the tape, but whatever, it works really well. So I put tape over the pieces where I know it's going to be warped a little bit. So you can add thin little layers until you get it so when you run it through it cuts perfectly. That's a little tip. I think I read that online, and I heard Ken Oliver talk about that. If you run that through and it's not thick enough, add a piece of copy paper. And another trick I have is just to take some packaging. I mean, you're going to throw this away anyway. Use it. It's thin, and that's all you really need to get the perfect thickness to run it through and make sure it works. So I know for my machine now, this is what I have to have. It's like this secret formula. So we're going to go ahead and run that through. Oh my gosh, maybe I got it a little too thick this time. I think I doubled my paper. Okay. Now, before I take everything out, this is just a little tip for me because I'm not the perfect die cutter. I'm just going to slide this out, take off that top cutting sheet, look at the die, and make sure it's punched through. Alright? If you don't know, take a little pin and see if you can poke them out, and I can. Now, I have it cut. I do not want to sit and have to pop out all of those little holes. And this is a trick that I learned from Jennifer Snyder. She said she just takes it and bangs it. Look, that's going to pop right out of there. She just bangs it on a flat surface like the side of a desk. Look at that. Most of those are just going to pop out. Okay, and then you're going to get tons of little confetti that your kids can throw around in the room, make a big mess with. The ones that are left, take a toothpick or take a corsage pin and just poke out those little holes. You know what I like to do? I run a bunch of doilies through, and then when I'm going to sit on the couch and watch TV or watch a movie, I sit and poke these out because it's kind of like one of those mindless things to do. All right? So I'm not going to finish that. You already saw what it's going to look like. Really fun. And I doubt this is acid-free, but we're going to use it just for embellishment. So if you're worried about it getting on your photo, put it on top of the plastic sleeve. Okay? Any questions on the dies? While I'm cleaning this up and moving on to the next step, we're going to edit photos next. Let me know if you guys had any questions. I know you have tips and tricks for using dies. There are metal plates you can buy that help with the intricate dies. Wax paper will help sometimes if you run your thing through, your die through on wax paper. There are so many tips and tricks out there that somehow you're going to, find what works for you and make it work. I love reusing things, so I just thought it was so cute to take something that I got in France on the trip, and I'm going to add it into our page. So like where this gold doily is, I could take that out and throw in part of the French magazine or something. Okay? Alrighty. And you need those dies. They are so cool. Okay. On the other side of this page, this is a page about the day we went to the Moulin Rouge, which Britt was just so thrilled about. And I honestly didn't understand everything about the Moulin Rouge till I got there and then went, oh my gosh, we can't even go inside. So, yeah. But anyway, we took some pictures outside before we knew what else they do inside there. And the Insta-Scrap line has so many colors. You saw how it worked with soft blues and yellows, and this time we have a little red thrown in, some richer tones, so that's just really fun. So on this page, I have some puffy stickers, and you've already seen the icons. I stuck in some cards and put the stickers on top. The plain photo, photo stuck under a frame. And now I'm just going to show you. Let me get that up a little bit closer. I have a piece of transparency that says Paris on it. And all I did was, you're going to need a permanent ink. So I really like Adirondack archival ink. One of these will work. And I used 2 different stamp sets. Welcome to Paris, which my daughter Brittany, who's in these pictures, actually designed for Prima when she was a youngin' a couple years ago. And then En Francais. So you're going to get a ton of different options. And you know what? I have pulled my stamps apart, so they're all over the place, but they say lots of really fun French words, and there's a couple Eiffel Towers in there. Really cute. So we have stamp sets that kind of match anything you're going to do, and that's what I would do, is pull out your stamps. You're going to pull out a transparency. Now, I trimmed off, let me go back and see if I can find the transparency I trimmed. Let me just grab one. So some of our transparencies have the print at the bottom, and then they're clear the rest of the way up. And if you're only going to use part of it, say on the bottom of a photo, I would trim it off and save the rest, because what you can do then is make your own transparency. And that's what I'm going to do right now, is take, let's do the Welcome to Paris. So we're going to stick that on a stamp block. And let's get some of our ink on there. This is the Welcome to Paris stamp set. And we had 2 very French lines, and that's what I pulled out to use for this album. Okay, so I inked it up really well. We're just going to line it up. I like to go off center when I know I'm going to put this on top of a picture. Now let's hope it stamped really well. And you're going to really want that to dry. Even though it's permanent, maybe if I could find a sheet that is more solid so it doesn't, you don't get that glare, but I don't think that's going to work either. Let's just set it down, and maybe without wiggling. There you go, you can see it now. Alright, so that's just a little tip for using the extra transparencies that are in these overlay packs. Some have really cute frames all the way around, but if you get one that has the top clear, you can totally trim it and use the extra to stamp your own little sayings on. How fun is that? You could even use like the date stamps and stuff like that, but I thought it'd be cute to kind of use the Paris line. Britt did one of these, and the other one is en français. Isn't that fun? So I'm going to have fun with those little Eiffel Towers later. You can also take those stamps and stamp straight on the sheets. But I just thought it was kind of cute to put it in there and slide it in so it's permanent, is there, and I don't mess it up, right? I'm not the best stamper in the world. Okay. Alrighty, so that's another tip for using the extra transparency pieces. And now what we're going to do is get on our phone. I'm sorry, this has taken so long. So let me go ahead and get into, so actually I want to shut off because I want to show you my shortcut. When I have my phone by me, I have a shortcut for getting to the camera really quickly. All I do is click that, and you slide up that little slider, and there's my phone or my camera icon right there. And if I press that, it goes straight into my camera. I can take a picture. It takes maybe 2 seconds, so you don't miss out on all those pictures from, you know, your kids when they're doing something and they don't want to pose, and you want to catch it really quickly. Because by the time you go to run and get another camera, I've missed so many pictures because of that. So I love that for that very reason. So that's a little shortcut, and you can add those to your main screen, and you're going to have to figure out how to do that if it's a Droid. And I can't remember how I did it on my iPhone, but I think I just Googled it and did it. The other little tip is I put all of my photography apps in one little folder. So it's right here at the top next to my camera. Okay, now it's not going to open it. Hang on. There we go. So it's just titled photography, and I have my Instagram and my photos, pick stitch, I can't read upside down, photo collage. Now those are the two where I make collages of different pictures and print them out so I get the correct sizes, 3x3, 4x4, 2x2, whatever I need. Those are the two programs I use to do that, and we're going to do one of those. I also have Rona Designs, and that is an app from a fellow scrapbooker. I paid for it. It was not much at all, and I love it. My daughter got it free. There's an app called Apps Gone Free, and they give you free apps every day, and all of this is on my blog. Okay, so maybe if Carrie can put that address in. I also have Design Studio, and that's a newer one for me. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's kind of a Instagram plus a graphic design option all in one. And the cool part about that is you can have as much fun with it as you want. You could take as much time with it as you want, or you can do stuff instantly. It's called remixing. So you can go in there. Let me just go ahead and do that. Okay, so the very first one that pops up, this might be hard to catch. Let me see if I can find one that's a little bit bolder. They have, it's like Instagram, so someone's photo with the text they already put up is on there already, and you can kind of scroll through and see them. Isn't that one cute? Okay, so let's say I like this one. It says keep life beautiful. All I do is hit remix, go into my photo. See, it put the graphic part that they did. Go into my photos, pick the photo I want. Let's do this one. And that's not the one I would pick, but it's going to put it right on your photo, and then you can save it. Isn't that cool? So that's Studio Design. Rona is really fun too. I was hoping this would pick this up. Is it really hard to do? So Rona, you can start with your camera roll. You can take a picture, or you can pick something you loved in there. So here I picked my camera roll, and I have Instagram photos. She has backgrounds, and then I have my photos. So you just load your picture, and then you can crop it, which I don't want to do. Oops, I think I just totally backed out of that. It's a little more difficult upside down, right? So what I can do is just, you pick the size you want, and then you can go in and edit and add overlays and all kinds of fun things for that. Now, what I'm going to do is take one of my, let me just go into my photos and show you. I have my camera roll, which are all the pictures I take, and then when I edit them, I save them to my camera roll. So I always have my edited pictures in here so I can print them. Here's one that you just saw on my page that I configured and put in here. And it's ready to print whenever I want to. Let me just find another one. I have a lot of pictures on here that I need to get it back down. Here's one I did in Design Studio. I took a picture that I took and I added text to it. And then I went into Instagram and put a filter on it. But it is ready to go. So if I wanted to print it out, it already has the text on it. And that's what I love about these programs. Here's another one. This one was also from Studio Design. It's a picture of my daughter and her hubby. And this is a remix. So I took someone else's design where they typed faith, hope, and love and put it on that photo and just saved it. It took me like 3 seconds. And that's ready to print out whenever I want. And then here is that Paris one you saw, and that I did in Rona's. She has such cool overlays. And then I added that text. And when I posted it to Instagram from when I was in Paris, I added a filter and it kind of gave that variation on the color. And all I did is I went into the pick stitch and I added 2 photos side by side. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go in and show you how to get your pictures to a 4x6 so you can print them out. Any questions so far? Editing photos, it'd take me an hour to show you really how to do it step by step. There are so many great tutorials online, and I have a bunch of links on my blog today to different apps to use. Whether you have an iPhone or a Droid, there were some options for Droids as well. And all of these are on my blog, so you can find the names and everything. All right, so let's go Okay, Pick Stitch. I swear it doesn't like me today. Pick Stitch gives you these formats, and they're all square. That's the only problem with Pick Stitch. Oh, and they also offer you a new layout every day if you watch something. So let's just skip that. So we picked this one. Well, how did I pick that one? I swear it just instantly did that. Let's go back to layouts. It doesn't. It really doesn't like me. Let's close that. Okay, here are all the options just on the first screen, and you can see there's tons of these. And then they'll unlock more. So you want to pick one that's going to give you the size photos you need. Like this one's going to do 2 squares. And this one's going to do a 2x2, a 2x2, and a 3x4, something like that. Okay, so I use these to put collages together for Instagram because they're automatically a square and they work really well. That's my favorite thing about Pick Stitch. So I edit them, they're usually for Instagram, and then I save them to my camera roll. But I want to make some to print out. So let's go in. This is Photo Collage. And we're just going to start a new one. I was working on one. It really does not like me touching it upside down. What is with that? Look! Photo Collage is going to give you the option of doing a 1x1, so they'll be square, 4x3, 3x4, and 3x2 options. And all that means is for 3 measurements on one side, it's 2 on the other, and that's a 4x6 breakdown. If you double those numbers, you get 4x6. And that's what I want to print on, is 4x6. So as you can see, you can do a normal 4x6 right here. And then this is going to break it into 3x4s, which was one of the magical measurements for our Insta-Scrap. So if you pick that one, I just want to see if I have a pocket for that. Let's go ahead and pick that one. Okay, I've already done one, so it just saved that one. All I want to do is go in there. I can tap that, hit replace, and pick any new picture that I want. Oh, Britt will love that one. That's her eating in a French restaurant. And of course, you can use your fingers to make it as big or as small. Look, isn't she cute? So just adjust it to how big you want it. And then this one, we're going to replace that one next. Seriously, it does not like me upside down. Okay, I know there's another one of her and her dad eating. Oh, let's get Bill in there. Well, he's a little smaller. So this is where it would be fun. You can kind of get them even by just stretching your fingers or pulling them together. So there we go. We got 2 3x4s. Carrie Fennell. The chat is really fun, so if you ever come to a show, you got to get in on that chat. Okay, so I have my 2 pictures and I love it. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to do something. This is the save. So save to photo album, copy, email, print, log out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, even we'll post it on your social media. I save everything to my camera roll for 2 reasons. 1, I print from there, and 2, I upload those edited pictures to my hard drive and I save these because they're kind of cute. Plus I've already edited them. Well, I didn't technically do any filters or anything here, but we're good to go. So I saved the picture, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print it. So I have a Canon selfie printer, and this is the little app for it. So I'm going to open that up. And let me just grab my printer. Are we doing okay, you guys? I love this printer. It has little doily pieces all over it. Okay, so this is a Canon selfie printer. And it is not selfie as in take a picture selfie, but this kind of selfie. Okay, it's a CP900. And it comes in white and black. And I have little doily pieces all over it. And the cool thing about this is that when you are done, each paper pack and each ink pad prints X number of photos, and then you replace them both. You're never going to run out of ink in the middle of printing one of your pictures. It's so cool, and they're reasonably priced. So I buy these packs. They're 108 sheets and 3 sets of ink. It's Canon. I got this at Best Buy and it was $35. So you get 108 pictures for $35 and you get to print from home. Super easy. And let me just show you real quick. It comes with its own ink. So when it tells you when you're out of paper, you replace that and that. And there's 3 sets of these in here. If you buy them single, they're like, I want to say $12.99 a piece. And again, that information is on my blog, along with a link to this printer. This printer, it runs from, I want to say $80 to $100, depending on where you shop. It is so cool. And I have packed this up and taken it in my suitcase out to CHA to print pictures in our hotel room, because it's just so easy. It has a little screen that pops up. So it works with Wi-Fi. So all you got to do is sync your phone to the Canon via the Wi-Fi you're on, and you can print out your pictures. So this is what we're going to do right now. Okay, I open the app and it's asking me what I want to do. Do I want to go to my Instagram photos? Can you guys see that okay? Panoramas or camera roll. I'm going to go to my camera roll, and the very last picture is the one I just worked on. Cool? I'm going to select that, and up here it shows me I have 2 pictures selected to print. Seriously, it does not like me upside down. What is with that? Look! Let's, we're going to select this one that you just helped me do. The one with them eating, which is really funny. Britt hates this. Okay. And let's close that. I'm going to deselect the other one right now. Okay, so where was that? Oh, it has, here's where you pick your printer, and here's where you pick borderless or bordered. I guess we'll print them both. We have them both selected. All we do is hit print, and then the magic happens, and I'm going to let you watch that. Do you guys have any questions while that's printing out? It takes about 40 seconds to print a photo. So that's what's so cool, is you pick your pictures, you edit them. I like to do it as I scrapbook because I can just take the page configuration, figure out what I need for it, and print it right as I scrapbook. I don't have to wait to get them developed. And the cool thing is you can print straight from your phone, but you can also plug your little camera into the side, or a USB USB port. It also has, if you have a thumb drive, you can plug that in as well. So what do you guys think of this so far? It told you it did the, I think it did the yellow and pink, and now it's adding the blue. And it is done. Did you see how quick that was? So here are my pictures, and these are 3x4, and it has little tabs on the side to hold it so you don't get your fingers on, but when you're ready, this dries really quickly. You just snap those off like this and cut your picture to size, and it fits in. Isn't that cool? Oh, they are going to kill me when they see which picture I printed. Okay. This one, okay, is it Bluetooth enabled? I can't remember. But there are other printers out there. This isn't the only one that does stuff like this. So what do you guys think about that? Did you like that? I'm going to, okay, so I have 2 sitting in dock. I printed this. I'm going to deselect that one. And then I have this one. And I've already done this, but I want to print it out and then show you how I cut it apart and put it in the page. So we're going to go ahead and print that one next. And that, again, I used the 3x2 sizing and picked 3 pictures, so it's just a different layout. So it's going to do 3 or 4 passes. I can't remember. I was talking last time, didn't count it. So it's using Wi-Fi. Actually, my Bluetooth is off on my phone, so I know it's not using that. It's using Wi-Fi to do this. Can you even see that screen? It did pink and yellow, and now it's doing blue. And that's the final pass. And it's going to just drop it in there and it's good to go. How fun is that? And this packs up really small. Let me just show you. You can pull this out and close your little paper thing and unplug it, and it packs up really small. I should probably measure it. It's just, you see the iPhone? Cute little package. You could take this to Crops and print out your pictures right there. So let me go ahead and move that off. And just, I have the pictures here. And let's see, where did I put those photos? Oh, this one I cropped down just a little bit more. But you can see it's a 3x4. It would fit in that pocket because I wanted to put a frame on it. And I used this one to do a 2x2. And all I did was take one of our little cards and cut around it. And then you got an extra picture that actually fits in the Instax. All my extra pictures like that, I slide in and use them in the Instax. Well, that's a little tiny. You might need a little paper with that, but same kind of thing. So, any questions on this? I know we kind of flew through this and we went through a lot. There's a lot of technical stuff but you know, if you're using your iPhone to take pictures and you post on Instagram, you want to have those pictures to scrapbook. Here's another variation. I printed 2 smaller skinny ones and 2 2x2s. So you just go into Photo Collage and put those all together, and you will have so many different varieties of pictures you can put together and save and then print out. Okay, I'm gonna scroll this up. How'd we do? Okay, I have some announcements to make. So let me just thank you guys for coming today. Hope you enjoyed the Insta-Scrap album. I tell you, it's perfect for traveling. It's perfect for getting birthday photos or a vacation or any photos you want to do. Anything you put on your Instagram, they don't even all have to coordinate on your page. You could do a week at a time. If you like pull all your Instagram photos off and do a week at a time or whatever you want to do.